German. I believe that a lot of them beats came home with us. We just didn't have the DAT machine.
Yeah, you're right.
But it was on DAT because a lot of that shit was it wasn't digital. It was analog. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if there was a computer in that studio.
Yeah, it was tape on tape.
It was their DAT tapes. You see what I'm saying? And at one point when the shit was getting shaky, we had to go up there and he was kind of holding the tapes hostage. You know what I'm saying? We had to go up there and repossess them. And a lot of that shit came home with us, but we just didn't have the DAT machine to plug the motherfuckers into the tape. You feel me?
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So when you couldn't, so he still had them, so therefore he still later on down the line was able to utilize half those beats utilized. I mean, not a big deal because I know you like it is what it is. I'm finna go do my thing, but you know, you still put in a lot of work with making those beats on that for Country Boy and wherever they were at, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and that, you know. Yeah, I mean, I would go in there and make beats all day, but I just felt underappreciated. You know what I'm saying? And, but again, I'm saying all that to say, because when I left there is when I really got on my producer game, and working with these guys was like it for me, because their style of rapping was matched or how I felt about production.
Okay.
And I was like, this is a perfect marriage. You know what I'm saying? And I think was you in school then, Sean, or no?
Yeah.
I would go pick up like Sean and Kelly from school, you know, or would I pick you up? Like you would do that and go and try to go talk about music. And, even that was different. Even like the bonding we had over the music was different. I was like, I felt my like tried in my crew, you know what I'm saying? They accepted me just as much because they were their own thing at the time, but we just was like, man, this is probably we should work together. So, and then we worked together for a while.
Now, where did Troy or whoever find Be the Mills at?
I don't know. I just remember, you could recall, bro, you got a great memory, bro. Your memory's like, I'm blown away by this.
Do you remember Be the Mills coming on the scene, Sean?
I'm not sure if Beta did the Thirsty, but how I got in contact with Vernay was because Vernay had a cassette tape out, and I'm pretty sure it had a gold inset, and it had a phone number. And I didn't even know Vernay. I never met him before. But that's how hungry and thirsty I was to learn how to get around these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Now, look, if you want to talk about that has to be like one of the best records of all time to pay. Because that record,
Everybody is
what? It was, at the time, I was like, Bill Budden as a producer, and people was getting showing me love. I remember when that came out. I remember I was like, felt the threat.
And how I knew Beta was that Vernay always fuck with Beta.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was always Vernay and Beta.
And, who was sung on that Thirsty too? Because we was blown away. But was it Vernay's brother?
I think so.
He sung on it. We was like, what is this?
Yeah.
You know, different. It was different. It was fire.
Yeah.
So what's Vernay's brother name?
Dark skin, right?
Dark skin.
I forget his name, but
yeah,
he could sing
before. Yeah, you could sing. Yeah, I think I met him before years later when
that was
somewhere dealing with Vernay. I can't remember, but I want to say I met him.
We gotta find that record.
Man, that's under someone.
That record was all.
I know Vernay got all that.
Yeah,
I'm sure Vernay got that, but that's the Thirsty record, right?
Yeah, that shit was hard. I ain't gonna lie. So I remember even my people in my camp was like, "Hey man, you hear this record?"
That's crazy. Kind of like when when you said that, it took me back to that scene when on the Biggie documentary when Pac was. When that song came on the radio, where Pop was this and big, and Cease was like, "Yo, you gotta hear this." He did it.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So and I'm trying to remember, cause me and Vernay got into it. We did this record. I think, we was at a talent show. Was that Pritchard? That wasn't Pritchard, was it? And you tell? I think it was in Lime Grove. It was a talent show, and they was acting like they was gonna jump me, right? And and I was like, okay, cool. So I remember I leave there, I go straight up to my boy Twin, shout out to Twin. And Twin gotta get mentioned in these conversations too, but yeah, shout out to Twin. But I went in his crowd, I was like, man, throw up a beat. I remember I went in his closet booth and I made a diss record. I remember I pressed it up and I took it straight to Renee's crib and gave it to him. I was like, hey man, pop that in. And stood in the doorway while he played it and he just listened to it. I remember he kneeled down to listen to it. And then I remember after it was over, I was like, I just started walking away. And remember, he just walked by the time I got across the street, he threw the CD. He's like, man, fuck you. Launched the CD, you know what I'm saying? And then, he did a record on me that was dope. And, but I would say, yeah, you gotta mention Vernay, cause Vernay was like, to me, he was the one to me.
Right.
Like, if you want to say who was making noise in Radcliff or who was representing Radcliff properly, it had to be him.
And Vernay was what? Was Vernay a solo artist doing his own thing, or did he?
Yeah, so he was like his own thing, and that was even for me, that was inspiring to see, because I was like, damn, I don't gotta be with nobody.
Yeah.
Like, I can do my own thing, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so yeah, so we learned from him too on that.